of Ado-Ekiti flows a sacred river known as Omirin, the river of the vine fishes. Here, the waters do more than nourish the land. They carry the spirit of a goddess. Local legend tells of a powerful deity who transformed herself into this river, leaving behind as sacred children the fishes that swim within. To harm them is taboo. To eat them unthinkable. According to the people, no matter how long this fish boils, it will never soften. And anyone who dares to defile the sacred order by catching or cooking a fish from Omirin will face the wrath of the goddess herself. The Erin Ayonigba River is not only a site of mystery, but also of healing. The people believe that its waters cleanse the body and spirit. They drink from it, bathe in it, and use it in their daily lives, trusting the river spirit to protect their community from harm. Visitors often come to feed the sacred fish with bread, watching as they gather gracefully at the surface. For the people of Erin, Omirin is more than just the water. It is life, healing, and the heartbeat of their faith. Data according to the United Nations World Food Programme says 30.6 million Nigerians face acute food insecurity. Experts blame on many factors, which include the security challenges in the North and Middle Belt, post-harvest losses, poor storage facility, and a couple of other issues. Over the years, there have been efforts at boosting food production in Nigeria, taking advantage of its over 70 million hectares of land, multiple agroecological zones, and a climate favorable for year-round farming. There have been several other such interventions by governments at council, state, and federal levels, including the Produce for Lagos program and the 500 billion naira guarantee fund scheme by the Lagos state government. In September, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Yari, said the prices of food items have crashed across the country, but some Nigerians differ, saying they are yet to feel the ease.
Before, we said chicken 4 8 before, but now we sell 5,000 naira.
This one, before at the selling 300, now at the selling 500 because only don't cost. Down at the selling, before at the selling 3,500, now at the selling 6,000. Everything don't cost.
About 2 months ago, we are buying the food like rice or back of rice is 70-something thousand naira, like 75, 78, 73. But now 60, 62, 50, 55 safe. So if I look, it's gone down now. Not to say like if you have increasing the price now.
2025 marks the 80th anniversary of the annual World Food Day, which is celebrated on October the 16th every year. This year with the theme, Hand in Hand for Better Food and a Better Future, the United Nations target building a peaceful, sustainable, and food-secure future where everyone has access to a healthy diet. To achieve this, experts suggest the way forward must be comprehensive, from tackling insecurity to investing in climate resilience farming to improving storage, irrigation, and transportation systems. That's in addition to strengthening farmers' cooperatives, access to finance and research. With the right investment, policies, and protection for its farmers, Nigeria may be on its way from food insecurity to food sovereignty. Because in a nation so richly blessed, no one should go hungry.
If you order Bolt, InDrive, or Uber and you see this man run for your life.
Immediately I entered this man's car, there was something hanging in front of his mirror. It looked so fetish and...
But this same man picked me up, May 3rd, and he did the same thing.
Olo chef Bolt, chef Uber, chef InDrive.
I'm getting scared because like, oh my God, what if he's the one? You guys, please be careful.
This is the man who goes around in Bolt, InDrive, and Uber, allegedly robbing women of their belongings, raping ladies in his ride, and pretending to offer safe transport while carrying knives, scissors, guns, and other weapons in his car.
This guy has pepper spray, he has gun, he has sharp weapons, whatever.
For months, young women have cried out, sharing stories of their painful encounters with this predator. They talk about how he allegedly threatens them, hurts them, and strips them not just of their possessions, but of their dignity.
And you're telling me I'm not with your food. He's like, you want me to kill you here? Immediately he now brought out the knife. He was not holding the knife. He said he's going to stab me to death. Started diverting to another route. That do I have condom inside my bag? Look at what he was asking me. I said I don't have condom inside my bag. He now searched my bag that he's going to send my body in parts. That he already has people that will buy my body.
Despite these cries and warnings, he is still on the road. He is still picking up unsuspecting women and still moving through Uber, Bolt, and InDrive like a hunter waiting for his next victim. And the most heartbreaking question remains, why is a man like this still allowed to drive? Why has no company taken firm action to protect the very people they promise safety to?
Uber are still allowing this man to drive after he has victimized a lot of girls. Every day they're going to complain about on our riders. Every day.
So why would Uber and Bolt and InDrive allow a known criminal walk with them?
Will you be employing a highway robber to be on the highway picking people?
Every day that passes without justice is another day of risk for countless women. What use is technology if it cannot protect the vulnerable? What good is business when it ignores the cries of the broken? To the companies, the question is simple. How many more women must be hurt before you act? How many more tears must fall before you listen?
Please, Nigerian police, come to our help. Like, the government should look into it. Police, they should look into it. And even close to like 8 or more were saying, oh, I've been inside this man car before, or I'm a victim, or I almost got kidnapped. What? The worst part of this issue is that it has been reported to the police, but police did nothing about it.
To every reader, this is not just a story. This is a call to wake up, a call to demand safety, a call to make sure that no man, no matter how cunning, is allowed to use the will as a weapon against women again. Because as long as this man is allowed to drive, every woman on the road is in danger.
The government is not doing anything. Somebody should do something about this guy.
Every single day, Lagos generates over 13,000 metric tons of solid waste, more than many African countries produce in a week. But less than half of this waste is properly collected or disposed, while the rest piles up in streets, markets, and growing dump sites across the city, turning communities into ticking time bombs. From Ojota to Agege, Ayobo to Yanoba, and across Lagos, waste is piling up faster than it can be managed, threatening both the health of residents and the environment.
Very, very hard, like just to struggle for myself and for my kids too. So that life in this place is just for you to look for somewhere to just hide your head, just put your head.
And they face a lot of challenges here, this place, because like what I'm saying here, the place they live, kind of work they do, where they cook and what they eat, every day. It's going to affect them because many of them are here just for them to survive.
There is just one of two things that is come up, is that they will have to sell something before they will see money here to eat. Either they sell plastic or a rubber or keg or nylon, so they'll need to sell it. They'll work hard to get the money here. But in this place, you see a lot of people, they are living here. It's not like they don't have the money to rent house, but the money is too hard for them to see. Even though if they see the money safe, they will have to buy something. If rain fall, you will see a lot of water before you are coming into this place.
But beyond residents, thousands of people depend on these dump sites for survival, selling food and scavenging recyclables in risky and unhealthy conditions just to make a living. The question remains, how is the government tackling this challenge, and what is the plan for communities like Ojota, where the health of thousands is at stake?
We have monitoring and compliance officers who go around to enforce environmental laws. So since last year, we've arrested and prosecuted close to 200 offenders for littering, for dumping bulk waste. And we've also sealed a lot of facilities, commercial facilities that have not been obeying the environmental laws. We need to reduce the amount of waste we're generating. We need to reuse as much of that waste as possible, and also to recycle as much as possible. And that's the gospel we've been taking throughout the state. We're currently running a 2-bin system in Lagos. We have 2 bins, a green bin for general waste and a blue bin for mixed recyclables. And we have 80,000 of those, which we're selling through our websites. The 2 legacy dump sites at Olushosun and Solus 3 in Igodo. Each dump site will be replaced by a transfer loading station. From these transfer loading stations, we'll transport waste to new material recovery facilities, one in Ikorodu and one in Badagry. And those 2 sites collectively will process about 4,000 tons of waste out of the 13,000 we generate daily.
With this sensitization, we hope that the market women actually comply with the rules of the Thursday sanitation. That's number 1, which is very essential. Number 2 is to keep their goods and the things they sell in the proper places they are meant to keep them. Trade in the proper places they are meant to trade. Don't trade on the walkway. Abide by the rules. Leave the amount of meters that's left to be on the road for cars and vehicles to, to move around. And not only that alone, it's also essential for our market women as well. Once they are done with the day's trade, they should clean and sweep, the place that they've carried out their trade, their stores and their shops, put it in a proper, nice waste bin, tie it up, and take it to where the lawnmower operatives are meant to carry out, their duties, and make sure the disposal is as neat and as clean as possible. Because that's where we buy our food, that's where we buy a lot of things to take to our houses, and if it's not properly kept and the hygiene is not well done, we run dangers and, risk of having food disease and, disease outbreak.
While government agencies continue to emphasize citizen responsibilities, residents insist that stronger intervention and real actions are urgently needed to prevent further environmental and health crises.
In addition, we have waste-to-energy projects planned for our Ekpe dump site, which has been closed. That's by
TV, your source for news and reports from around the world. I'm Mary Adiman. We're glad to have you join us this hour for updates and stories making headlines. Let's take the headlines first. President Bola Tinubu writes National Assembly ahead of presentation of 2026 49.7 trillion naira budget. BURKINAFASO releases 11 Nigerian soldiers detained over allegation airspace violation. Lagos State government warns residents ahead of traffic diversion over road repair work. And to the main conversation, we begin other presidency as a president. Bola Tinubu will on Friday present the 2026 budget to a joint session of the National Assembly. This was contained in a letter by the clerk to the National Assembly, Kamoruddin Ogulano, and signed on his behalf by the Secretary, Human Resources and Staff Development, Esienio Esien. The letter reads, quote, I am directed to inform you that the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Tinubu, is presenting the 2026 proposed budget to a joint session of the National Assembly. End of quote. Consequently, all accredited persons must endeavor to be at their duty posts by 11 a.m. Meanwhile, some lawmakers are raising concerns over the timing of the meeting, which some Muslim faithful say will be clashing with their prayer time. The leadership of the National Assembly has promised to review the time with the president. It's not only the time they are reviewing, they are also doing a downward review of the budget amount from the 49.7 trillion naira to 43.56 trillion naira. From the story to security, Burkina Faso has released 11 Nigerian Air Force personnel 9 days after detention. The release followed a high-level diplomatic intervention by the Nigerian government, led by Foreign Affairs Minister Ambassador Yusuf Toga. The delegation held talks with Burkinabe authorities in Ouagadougou, including President Ibrahim Traoré, who secured the safe release of the detained pilots and crew. Officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Defense, and Nigerian Air Force headquarters worked together to resolve the matter peacefully, emphasizing dialogue, regional cooperation, and adherence to international aviation and military protocols. The NAV C-130 crew has continued its mission from the country to Portugal with the same aircraft. And in Labour, the Nigerian Labour Congress has staged a protest in Abuja to draw attention to rising insecurity and government's failure to secure public spaces. The union leaders warn that unsafe communities are affecting workers and economic activities nationwide. We have more in this report.
Officials of the Nigerian Labour Congress are raising concern over what they describe as ungoverned spaces that are putting citizens at risk and undermining economic productivity. They blame this on inadequate policing and public security.
This protest is to call attention on the seriousness of both financial and physical insecurity. And you can see from him even agreeing to talk with us yesterday, he's getting momentum. And as we progress, the awareness and consciousness will be created. So I don't see why, people will try to demarcate themselves.
The Labour leaders want government to take urgent steps to secure whole communities, emphasizing that worker safety is essential for national development.
Our leaders, as we are doing our protest here, they are also doing dialogue here to demand from the state governors, to demand from the local government, to demand from the federal government the need to step up the security of our country.
We have no control on when that meeting will end. So there's no point keeping all of us here forever. Thank you very much for coming. God bless you.
They highlight the international implications of insecurity, noting that foreign investors and businesses are deterred by rising crime and instability, warning that unless decisive actions are taken, the nation risks a worsening security crisis that could affect livelihoods and workers' welfare in a matter of time.
It's not just the labor union who is having issue with security. The Nigerian Bar Association is also having an axe to grind with the police, warning against taking contempt action over the enforcement of tinted glass permits, saying such moves could violate legal rights. We bring you more on this report.
The Bar Association has threatened contempt proceedings against the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, and force spokesman Benjamin Hundeyin. The warning follows the police's plan to resume the suspended tinted glass permit policy from January 2026. NBA says the policy is illegal and unconstitutional, stating that a court had previously restrained its enforcement. NBA President Afam Osigwe urged the police to halt the policy and warned of legal action for anyone harassed under it. The association also called on President Tinubu to intervene.
If it is a crime-fighting measure by the police or policy by the police, and not a money revenue-making one as we contend it is, and as it is indeed, why can't this data be obtained at the point of renewal of your vehicle particulars, which involves the police, the customs, the state security service, and the licensing authority? Why is the IG so interested in compelling members of the public to pay money into a private account? And there's a lot of opacity. How did they arrive at the amount being paid? How is this money being spent and shared? If it is for public purposes, why is it not being paid into federal government account through a TSA account?
The police defended the move, citing security concerns and insisting motorists must obtain permits through.
Back to Lagos. The state government has announced a traffic diversion plan to facilitate repair work on the damaged pedestrian bridge at TINCAN-APAPA in Ward Mile 2. This is according to the Lagos State Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiyemi. Oshiyemi said the repair work will take place on Saturday, December 20, 2025 from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Commissioner stated that the work will be carried out in two phases, with phase 1 involving lifting and placing of bridge beams. The Commissioner added that the road from TINCAN-APAPA to Mile 2 will be completely closed for about 20 minutes during the beam lifting. Traffic is expected to resume immediately after the operation is completed. Oshiyemi says the phase 2 will involve lifting and installation of bridge slabs. But for this phase, traffic from TINCAN-APAPA to Mile 2 is expected to continue to move, while vehicles will be diverted to one lane about 50 meters before the bridge walk area. Full access will be restored 50 meters after the walk area. Traffic from Mile 2 to TINCAN-APAPA will move freely throughout this phase. Oshiyemi urged motorists to be patient and cooperate with traffic officials, saying the temporary full and partial closures are necessary for the safe repair of the pedestrian bridge by the Federal Ministry of Works. Still on infrastructure, road users in AKILO along Agege-Ogba Road are raising concerns over an uncovered manhole that has remained a safety hazard for years. Residents say the deep pothole has caused several accidents and poses serious risks, especially at night. Edith Lawrence has more in our next report.
For residents and road users at AKILO along Agege-Ogba Road, this uncovered manhole has become a constant cause of fear and frustration. Many say it has caused several accidents with vehicles and motorcycles repeatedly falling into the deep hole. Some residents recount disturbing incidents, including a motorcyclist who reportedly fell and sustained a serious head injury. Others say navigating the road at night is especially dangerous due to poor lighting and limited visibility.
The manhole here has been open for a while,
and it hasn't been fixed. This pothole here has been here for years because it's causing a lot of accidents here. Like the other day, a man broke down here, the man got injured.
It has caused a lot of damage to many, reckless drivers that are driving in the night.
If I'm going home, like on my way going home, like I had to cross to the other side because I don't want, like, in a situation where we say I'll come put my leg for that hole.
The situation has also disrupted traffic flow, forcing drivers to slow down or divert suddenly to avoid the hazard, often leading to congestion and near-miss collision. While traders and business owners in the area admit the accident has increased patronage for repair services and sales of tires and motor parts, they still insist the situation brings them no joy. They say the damage to vehicles and risk to life far outweigh any economic benefits. The residents are particularly concerned that government offices and public buildings are located nearby, many surrounded by overgrown bushes and poorly maintained fences. Yet, no action have been taken to fix the hazard.
If a tire should burst here now, the person will just come and buy tire, I will say, and make profit from it. Now, that person have lose. We benefit from it, but the beneficiary is not that, you understand, it's not advisable, you understand, because for someone to lose, for me to gain, it's not advisable.
The funniest part is that for them putting that road there, that sounds foolish now. That means they don't have any plan to even fix that place. Why would they put that long road there? It makes no sense now. They should find something to do about that place.
The residents and road users at AKILO are now appealing to the relevant government authorities, including the Ministry of Work and Local Council, to urgently intervene and cover the manhole before it claims more lives.
And I'm sure that Lagosians would want it fixed, and I'm sure the governor will also fix it, definitely. Government can't do this thing, can't do them. No be now work, no be say we're not supposed to beg. Now work. Now why will they pay tax?
Government contractors or NGOs or anyone who is ready capable that if these things can be fixed, it will really save life, it will save a lot of things.
They insist that fixing the manhole is no longer optional, but a matter of public safety. Edith Lawrence, African News 24 TV.
Let's go on a quick break. When we return, Temitayo Tenyola will be taking us through the business world. What should tell us about the deadline over revenue remittance? Don't go away.
Thank you and welcome to business. President Bola Tinubu's 43.56 trillion naira budget proposal has passed its second reading, bringing it closer to final approval for the 2025 fiscal year. We have more on this report. The 43.56 trillion naira budget request by President Bola Tinubu has passed second reading in the House of Representatives, signaling a major milestone in the approval process of 2025 appropriation bill. Lawmakers described the proposal as a strategic effort to improve fiscal management, streamline budget implementation, and address the long-standing challenge of running multiple budgets concurrently. The bill outlined a total expenditure of 43.56 trillion naira, broken down into 1.74 trillion naira for statutory transfer, 8.27 trillion naira for debt servicing, 11.27 trillion for recurrent non-debit expenditure, and 22.28 trillion naira for capital expenditure, including contribution to development funds. Lawmakers emphasized that the budget seeks to prioritize capital projects, ensuring a high performance rate while maintaining fiscal discipline and across recurrent and debt obligations.
Honorable Speaker, the bill seeks to authorize the issue for the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation of the total sum of 43561,041744507, comprising Naira, comprising 1742786788150 Naira for statutory transfers, 8270960606831 Naira for debt service, 1126851338085 Naira for recurrent non-debt expenditure.
Thank you, Temitayo. On the foreign scene, European Union leaders are meeting in Brussels to decide whether to loan Ukraine up to 19 billion euros from 210 billion euros in frozen Russian assets held largely in Belgium. The funds are being considered to support Ukraine's military and economy as its finances risk running out within months. Belgium and several EU states remain opposed, citing legal and financial risks, while Russia has warned against the move and filed a lawsuit to reclaim the funds. The European Commission says using the assets would increase pressure on Moscow, but the decision requires broad support among the bloc's 27 members. The talks come amid renewed diplomatic efforts to end the war as US and Russian officials prepare for peace discussions, while Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky attends the summit, urging financial backing to sustain Kyiv through 2027. Welcome to sports. Newcastle will face Manchester City in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup after both clubs progressed in Wednesday night's quarter-finals. The other semi-final will see Chelsea play either Arsenal or Crystal Palace. The quarter-final tie will be held next Tuesday at the Emirates. Chelsea will host the first leg of the two-legged semi-final at Stamford Bridge, while Newcastle will be at home in the first leg against City. Newcastle beat Fulham 2-1 on Wednesday night to reach the last four, while City progressed past Brentford 2-0. Chelsea defeated Cardiff City 3-1 on Tuesday.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment News. I am Praise Adeleke. The Christian Association of Nigeria has criticized the title of Nollywood actress Iniedo's new movie, A Very Dirty Christmas, describing it as an offense to Christian faith. In a statement issued on Wednesday, CAN President Archbishop Daniel Oko said the title undermines the spiritual significance of Christmas, which marks the birth of Jesus Christ. He noted that Christmas represents purity, peace, love, and redemption, and argued that associating the sacred season with the word dirty diminishes its meaning. Khan also questioned how the National Film and Video Censors Board approved the movie title for public release, particularly during the festive period, while acknowledging the importance of creative freedom in the film industry. The association stressed that artistic expressions must be exercised with responsibility and sensitivity in the multi-religious society like Nigeria. The group further expressed concerns that the movie passed through regulatory and professional channels without what it described as adequate scrutiny. It called on industry bodies, including the Actor Guild of Nigeria and other Nollywood stakeholders, to discourage the use of religious themes in ways that would offend faith communities. Khan urged Iniedo and the producers of the film to reconsider the title and issue a public apology to Christians, warning that actions which underplay sacred values could deepen divisions and erode mutual respect in the society. Popular Nigerian content creator CARABAO has topped Africa's Twitch streaming chart following a surprise live stream featuring Afrobeat star DAVIDO. The live stream, which took place last night, attracted massive attention across social media, drawing thousands of viewers and pushing CARABAO to the top of the continent's Twitch rankings. The session featured casual conversations, humor, and moments that quickly went viral online. According to available data from the streaming platform, The spike in viewership during the live stream was largely driven by Davido's appearance, marking one of the most watched Twitch sessions by Nigerian creators. Reacting to the milestone, fans praised CARABAO for leveraging digital platforms to expand his reach, while also applauding Davido for supporting local content creators. The development further cements CARABAO's position as one of Nigeria's most influential digital creators.
Thank you, Praise. That's the much we can take at this hour. Thank you for staying tuned to African News 24 TV. For more updates, please stay connected with us on all our social media platforms and don't forget to visit our websites at africannews24.ng for the latest updates. I'm Mary Adam. Do have a good evening.